Welcome back to the Walnut. Let's take a look at time on work, the basics of time on work area today. Well, Mahesh can do a task in 5 days. So if he can complete the task in 5 days, let's assume that he works for a day, 1 day. So how much of the task he can complete in 1 day? So he needs what, 5 days to complete the work? In 1 day, well, 1 day, he can do what? 1/5 of the job, right? So 5 days to complete the work. If it is 1 day, he works for a day, 1/5. 1/5 of the task. Just think about another person. Nina. Well, Nina needs 6 days to complete a task. So if she works for 1 day, how much of the task would be completed? 6 days to complete. So that means if she works for a day, 1/6 of the task would be completed. Right? So now here we have P. P can do a task in 10 days. And Q can do a task in 10 days. If they work together, then how many days which requires to do that task? So in this case it is pretty simple. Well, P needs 10 days, Q needs 10 days. So if they work together, we need just half of it, right? Half the time. So 10 days, half of it, 5 days. However, what is the calculation for that? The technical way of doing it. So what we need here, the basics of calculation here, in P, 1 day. P can do 1/10 of the job, 1/10 of the task. Same way, Q, in 1 day. Q can do what? 1/10 of the task. If they work together, P and Q, in 1 day, if it is P plus Q, if they work for a day, 1 day, how much of the task would be completed? 1 day, the P can do 1/10 of the task. Q can do 1/10 of the task. So in 1 day, P and Q together, 1/10 plus 1/10. That is 2/10. 2/10 is what? 1/5. So 1/5 of the task would be completed in 1 day. 1/5. If 1/5 of the task is completed in 1 day, then how many days we need to complete the task? So 1/5 of the task will be completed in 1 day. So how many days? Number of days? The reciprocal of this, 1/5, if you take the reciprocal of this, 5/1. So 5/1 means 5 days to complete the task. So that is what exactly we got it here. However, we use this method, you know what, some of the questions it may not be right 10 days for both of these people. It would be like 6 days for one person and it would be 10 days for the another person. So that case probably we require this kind of calculations, right? So let's take a look at it. Another case, A and B. A and B, A can do a task in 6 days. And B can do a task in 10 days. So that case, you know what? We need to find out how many days required for the task to complete if A and B work together. If A and B work together, how many days to complete the task? So what we do here, well, if A works for a day, 1 day, how much of the task A can do? It is 1/6, correct? And B, if B works for a day, how much of the task B can do? It is 1/10. So if A and B work together, A plus B, in 1 day, what they can do? 1/6 plus 1/10. 1/6 plus 1/10. 1/6 plus 1/10 is what? We take the LCM. Well, rather than LCM, what I do, I take 60 here. So LCM is, this case LCM is 30, right? So rather than I'll just go for 60 here. And if you take 60 here, it is 10 and it would be 6 here. So it is 16/60. 16/60 is what? 8/30. 8/30 is what? 4/15. So what we need is 4/15 days. No, actually, this is what the part of the task completed. So this is the task which completed in 1 day. Task in 1 day. The question is how many days to complete the task. So we need to take the reciprocal. If it is the number of days, we need to calculate the number of days to complete the task. What we do, we take the reciprocal of this. That means 15 by 4. 15 by 4, either you can keep it as a fraction or 15 divided by 4, what do you get? How many times? 15 by 4? 3 times, right? In 15, 4 is how many times? 3 times, I'll just do it here. 15 by 4. So 3 times, 12, what's the reminder? 3, so we'll put a decimal, and we have 30, 34, how many times? 7 times. So it's approximately 3.7 days to complete the task. See that? Well, this is what one of the simplest questions you may have in competitive exams. J and K. If J and K, if they work together, if J works independent, he needs 20 days to complete a task, 20 days. And K needs 30 days to complete a task. So 20 days and 30 days. If they work together, how many days are required to complete the task if they work together? So independent, if they work independent, it's 20 days and 30 days for J and K. Now look at J for 1 day. If J works for a day, how much of the task? 120. 1 by 20. And if K works for a day, it's 1 by 30 of the task would be completed. If they work together, so we'll take it as J and K together. J plus K, what do you get? 1 by 20 plus 1 by 30. So if they work together for a day, it would be 120 plus 130. So let's take the LCM. What we have here, 60, correct? And if it is 60, how many times? 3 times. And if it is 30, 60 means 2 times. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So 5 by 60 of the work would be done in a day. 5 by 60 of the work. And in order to get the number of days, we need to take the reciprocal of this. So this is the part of the task we have done. So 5 by 60 of the task. So if you need the number of days, what do you do? We'll take the reciprocal of this, 60 by 5. 60 by 5, what is that? 60 by 5, that would be 12. So 12 days to complete the work. So this is what, time and work type of questions. Of course, we have different varieties of that. Sometimes they may say that like instead of 2 persons, it would be 3 persons. Let's say A, B, and C. They work together. A can finish a job in 2 days. So A. Well, A can finish a job in 2 days, and B can finish a job in 3 days, and C can finish a job in 6 days. If they work together, how many days we require to finish the job? Take a look at it. So, 1 day. If A works for a day, it's 1 by 2 of the task, and B works for a day, 1 by 3, and C works for a day, 1 by 6. If they work together in a day, what we get? A plus B plus C in a day, what they can do is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6. So 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6, the LCM is 6. So what we get here, it would be 3 plus, this would be 2, right? Plus, we have 1. So ultimately, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6. So 6 by 6. Ultimately, if they work together, 6 by 6 of the task would be completed in a day. So if you take the reciprocal of that, you get 6 by 6. 6 by 6 is what? 1. So, in 1 day, they can finish the task. See that? If A can finish a task in 2 days and B can finish in 3 days, C can finish in 6 days, If they work together, they can finish the task in one day. Alright guys, so this is what pretty much the basics of time and work type of questions. Of course, we'll come with bit more challenging questions when we meet next time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.